We got a very special guest in the studio this morning.
Very
the
special.
Get Up and Go show. We want to welcome to the studios of 96 number one, Papi, as we affectionately call him. I'm talking about Roy Cape of the Roy Cape All Stars.
The original.
Veteran and one of the few people, if not the only person who's running a band right now with his own name for the longest period
And not
in
only
Trinidad
that,
and Tobago.
made the transition from the Calypso into the
Caribbean.
Soca realm, you know?
And still around, still doing it.
Still top band.
Yeah.
Top. Good morning.
Roy, good morning.
Good morning to you,
Papi.
Tweez, and
Wait.
good morning to Nikki. Good morning to Trinidad and Tobago, and thanks to 96 FM, 1.FM for having me here this morning.
we will take whatever you call us
Take
back.
it out, yeah.
I still have to go to school,
As long-
96.1 FM.
All right. That's so good.
Papi is in the house, and we're here to celebrate something really special.
Tell us what it's all about.
Yes.
I just would like to say, as you spoke, there's two bands in Trinidad that carries the musician name,
Right.
which is Pal Joey Lewis,
I was not going to
Right.
just pop in.
who is my senior,
Right.
and myself.
Pal Joey Lewis.
I've been doing 36 years of this,
Right.
and Joey's nearly 60 years as a band leader. there.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
Amazing. And he's still playing, right?
Yes.
Joey's still
Okay.
out there having his gigs.
Hey.
Yeah.
Well, anytime you try to stuff like this, you might die, you know. It's so much in you then.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's part of you,
Yes. Yes.
in your blood.
Yes.
So, tell us. I understand that you wrote a book.
A book.
I was approached by Professor Jocelyn G. Bolt, who is a professor at Berkeley College in California.
Right.
She has done a couple books. She did one of her thesis in St. Lucia because she was going to St. George's College and they wanted a linguist.
Right.
And she went to St. Lucia and she fell in love with the Caribbean. And then she came to Trinidad and she met Junior Telfer and Francesca, and through that I became friends with her. And after 3 years, she approached me to do a book. I never had an intention to write a book,
Right.
but I know I had a story. And I took a challenge, and we worked for 4 years. We worked Toronto for 3 years. Every time I go up there, we'd spend a week together. We did work in Grenada, we did work in Tobago, we did work in Manzalena, and of course we did work by my home. The book is finished. It has been published by Duke University.
What's the name of the book, Papi?
A Life on the Calypso and Soca Bandstand.
So it's your life story.
Yes. Although it's my story, I'm relating the life of a musician. Obviously, the Calypsonians will come in because I've worked with the Calypsonians a good part of my life. But it's mainly talking about the musicians, all the great musicians who have contributed and they have not seen what I have seen then.
Right. So, all right. So let me ask you this. Tell me if this is part of the book. You've had many artists who turn out to be superstars, artists who turn out to be road march champions, and so on. Names like Nigel and Marvin Lewis, the beautiful, sexy international superstar Destra,
Mr. HD2.
and many,
Mr.
Yes.
HD2.
and
HD.
Marshall Montano, many others who have passed through Roy Cape All Stars, performed with you.
Kurt Allen.
So is that part
That's it.
of the book? Is that
Yes,
in the book?
yes. Every band that I played in, there's pictures and the names of the guys.
Right, okay.
Every musician that I've worked with before I was Roy Cape All Stars, and even with Roy Cape All Stars, we have a graph showing you the years who
Right.
perform and when.
Everything is well documented.
Yes.
So how do you feel when you see people like Destra, people who have passed through your band, and people who consider you their mentor, and succeeded to be road march champs and so on, and still in the business now and very successful. When you see it, how do you feel?
One have to feel great. When there's movement, it always causes a little pain because you would have got a custom.
Right.
You have a love relation going on. But you cannot prevent progress. If Destra didn't have the will that she had, she was not going to be who she is today.
True.
Brian Morris asked me, Papi, I have a girl, she real good try now. I said, boy, Brian, boy, you know how it is the business and so thing for female at this time.
Right.
He tell me, just see her now. And she walked in the band room and she did one song and that was it.
That was it.
That was it.
You just have to hear Destra sing once
Yeah.
and that is it.
And if you remember, I am the person who produced Tremble It.
Tremble It, that's yes.
That was 2001.
Yes.
And by the end of
first hit.
2001, she told me she wanted to go. I asked her to stay until 2002 after Miami Carnival.
Right.
Because I know if she had gone, that was it with the band for a while until we could see herself again. And she kindly held on until October of 2002. And then she did it, our thing. So it wasn't an attempt to crush us or any thing like that. She saw her dream and she have proved it.
She went
Yes.
So
Yes.
if we were negative about it, we have to take back that.
And all this is documented in the book.
Yes.
Live on the Calypso and Soca Bandstand.
Yeah.
Do you, Roy, talk about the transition, because I've worked with you like in the Calypso tents and stuff, and there was a time there was a Calypsonian that didn't want Roy Cape to back them, and you were such a big part of the tent scene, spectacular for so many years, and then seeing the Roy Cape transition from that into the soca world. Big now,
Fete.
I mean,
Big, yeah,
fete.
yeah.
There was a time where you couldn't imagine Roy Cape playing in a licensing fete, and
Correct.
you know.
Correct.
So I have seen that personally. Is that recorded, that transition, the music, how you felt about that transition? Because I know there's always that war between the Calypso and the soca. What did you go through, and is it all transcribed in the book?
I came out in the dance hall. Not the present day type of dancehall, but I came out in the dancehall.
Yeah.
I first played with Clarence Govan from 1962 to 1964. At that point, Clarence Govan was the youngest band leader among Joey Lewis and Dutchy Brothers and Fistbone Brian. From there, I went on to Ron Berridge Band, which I would say Ron Berridge Band is one of the greatest bands that ever passed through this country. Ron Berridge did the 1968 Sparrow album, and he also did Kitchener 68 album. Very rare in those days you would have got one man doing Kitch and Sparrow.
Right.
The competition was so great.
Yeah, it was either or.
Either or then. And Berridge was able to bridge that. I worked with Sparrow Troubadours. I was one of the founders of Sparrow Troubadours because that was Ron Berridge Band.
Right.
He went to the States and somebody told me, Michael Tobas really, told me Sparrow had an article for musicians, and I went. He wanted a few people. And then we pleaded with him that we wanted to hold the band together.
All right, don't give them too much information on the book. We want them to buy the book. Don't give them too much more, Papi. So let me ask you something. I understand that the book is being published in quite a few languages.
It's been advertised on Google by over 40 book companies.
Wow.
And it is also in 10 different languages. I see Chinese, but I don't know if it's Chinese or Japanese.
So 10 different languages.
Yes.
And 40 different book companies.
In America.
Right. And it was published by Duke University.
Yeah.
All right. I know
That's a huge accomplishment.
Yes,
Yes.
definitely.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
There's
Thank
also
you.
music attached to this. There's a CD involved, and Alvin Daniel, Roy Cape, Calypso and Soca Anthology.
Jocelyn had suggested to Alvin to do an album. So since I don't have individual music,
Right.
We spoke to Ron
But
Berridge.
you could say that. You have a song, Roy K.
Well,
a song. You think I forgot?
Four.
Sorry.
Stalin said to me, who is the person who gave me the name Roy Cape Calypso All-Star?
Right.
I was concerned how my musician brothers would feel with me being the band leader.
Right, okay.
So I was doing the work, and he said to me, if you're not taking care of yourself, I'm going to do it. And he had 3 concerts by Sparrow Hideaway, and I saw Roy Cape Calypso All-Stars, and that was the
That was it.
Nice.
good of it. Up to this week, he told me, he gave me a lot of credit for playing in the Spectacular for 12 years.
Yes.
But I wanted to go more. And I started to survey the dance hall. Those were the days of Song Rev and Shandy Lair,
Yeah.
and Charlie's
Ronnie,
Roots, and
Colin and
Colin Lucas. And I was offered the road with Wayne Barkley in 1989. Well, I had been accustomed playing on the road, but those days we were walking. I
Right.
walked from 1961
Wait,
to
you used to walk
90, all where the trucks go.
and blowing and walking?
Yeah.
What? That's not even a little donkey cart?
There was no amplification.
So live.
Live.
4
And they're walking,
saxophone,
toting your
Wow.
sax.
3
In a
trombone,
Hot sun.
4 trumpets. You know, when you hear Joey Lewis coming down the road, they say you're waiting for him by the hospital corner side. You're waiting.
Because you can't hear him. You had a
Brass
brass right in
versus
front of you.
brass versus brass. Wow. You know what? Don't give them any more information. Let us know when the book is being launched, when it is going to be, where and when.
The
Sorry.
book will be released on September the 26th.
Friday.
Playboy's Yard.
Okay.
And Dr. Rhoda Reddick will be officiating.
So
Roy-
Friday 26th September.
yeah, at
Okay.
6 p.m.
Okay.
Vice
6 p.m.
Principal of UE.
All right.
So
Mr.
she'll be there.
Sanka, yeah.
Where's the book being sold locally? Has that been organized as yet?
Cosmopolitan Records. And, well, I spoke to most of the people.
Right. Several.
We are getting some books for the launching.
Okay.
And then by that time, we would sort out.
Yeah.
And it's being launched internationally. What date?
So I'm sure it'll be online
On
too.
the 3rd of October, it's launched by Duke
University.
internationally.
Yes.
All right.
We're so very proud of you, Roy. I mean, in terms of one of our heroes, you're definitely one, and I'm glad that
Living legend.
we are here to celebrate with you. Roy Cape, this is one book that we all need to get, be it online or a real book. And of course, please go sell book for you, right?
Yes.
All right. The book, Roy Cape, A Life on the Calypso and Soca Bandstand. Of course, it's written with Roy Cape and Joycelyn
G-Ball.
G-Board.
French.
Look out for the full interview on our Facebook page,
Yes.
96.1 OAFM, and on our TTRN channel on YouTube. We're going to get a lot more. We're going to have a few surprises with Roy Cape and his band and so on. And we'll get a little more insight into Roy Cape and Roy Cape All-Stars himself.
Very proud.
Roy Cape All-Stars, the
and
band.
thank you, Roy, for all the years. All the years. I have whined to your songs and your band for quite a while, you know.
Jammy, Mr. Cape.
What? Raw Fusion says he is ready. We
Yeah.
say Roy Cape All-Stars. Featuring Blocks.
Hey, hey!